James Hergott here, and from time to time, I like to do random acts of kindness. So today, I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to send out some birthday wishes to Amber Nicole Miller. Now, Amber is somebody that I met around 2006. I was actually auditioning people for a movie called Never Submit. It was like an MMA based movie. This was before Never Back Down came out. So I was casting and I held auditions at, I believe it was the Zions Training Center at the time in Las Vegas. Amber came out, she auditioned. She was super cool. From what I remember at the time, she was actually a roommate with Forrest Griffin. Not anything romantic or anything. She had a boyfriend at the time and all that. And but I just remember her being super cool. And I remember that before meeting her in person, I always thought she was attractive. And the more that you get into the entertainment industry, and I've gotten into, obviously with the bodybuilding and things like that, you meet a lot of people that you see pictures of. And, as a culture, we tend to objectify people and just see people as an image. So the more that I've gotten involved in that world, the more that I've judged people on who they are in person and realized that what you see in a picture really doesn't sum anybody up. Uh, as far as Tito, I only have the public perception of Tito, and at the time it was the Huntington Beach bad boy, so it was kind of a heel role. And uh, you know, I've only met him a couple of times. I actually lived in Corona del Mar for 12 years. I think the last time I met Tito was, man, it was probably like 2008, and probably at a party where there was actually a fight that broke out. But that's another story. And he was always cool to me, but I don't know him personally. Uh, so just getting into kind of a general thing about the relationships between men and women. I've certainly been in relationships in the past where I've dated women that have children, and I think it's an underappreciated thing when anybody of either sex dates somebody who has children, because taking on the responsibility of filling in as a parent to children that aren't your own is not something that necessarily comes naturally. At least it didn't for me. And just from listening to interviews and stuff like that, my understanding of things is that Amber came into Tito's life, and that she's kind of taken over a mother-like role to his children. And that's a big thing. Anybody that will do that is a special person that that they've got a lot of love in their heart. They're a very giving person and a very accepting person. So without knowing her very well and without knowing Tito very well, just based on that situation alone, I have to give props out to her for taking on that responsibility. And not just to her, to anybody that dates somebody or gets involved seriously with somebody that has children. I think that's a major commitment, and somebody that takes that on with gusto and actually really gets into it is an amazing person. So to me, Amber is a beautiful person, obviously on the outside, but she's much more beautiful on the inside from just what I've seen in my interactions and from my understanding of the situation. So it being her birthday, I thought I would do a random act of kindness with her and post this video. And so follow Amber. She used to be a ring girl for the UFC. She does modeling and things like that. But I think right now her main focus is, being a good role model to those children. And as I said, very underappreciated. So, follow her on Instagram, all the social media things, and show your appreciation. And to you, Amber, if you happen to see this, a very happy birthday from me to you. And to Tito, you're a lucky guy. I know that you had a tough upbringing and lots of ups and downs in your career, but you're a successful person, not only inside the cage, but you're also successful, and that you didn't follow the same path as your parents, and you've become a good father and role model in your own right, which is a major accomplishment. So also, a shout out to Tito as well. And if you're going to judge somebody by the person that they get involved with, obviously Tito made a good choice in choosing Amber. So shout out to both Tito and Amber, and happy birthday to Amber.